Welcome to Elton's Retirement Journey and Travel. This is another one of my fireside chats, and this is entitled Decision 2024 Trump Magic. So it's been 1 week since Trump won the election, and I just had a few comments here. So Donald Trump is 2-0 against lawyers by education and senators from the biggest Democratic states. That's defeated Hillary Clinton, and she was a senator out of New York and a lawyer by trade, as well as Kamala Harris out of California. So he is now 2-0, and they're all were cabinet members. So once again, he smoked them. And to top it off, he's got both houses. So we're going to get right into it. Out the gate, your nest egg has grown by 3 to 5% in 1 week. And what do I see coming down the pipe? So we're going to go right into it because I got my itinerary together. So right off the bat, number one, I've got the Keystone XL pipeline to resume its construction. There wasn't much left that needed to be done, but that should get approved and they should finish that. And that brings oil from the Alberta, Canada through the North Dakota and all the way down to Galveston for export and to the refineries along the way. And the next thing we're going to talk about is the border wall. Resumes construction. The border wall. There is a ranch owner on the Mexican border where they were building the border wall, and a half mile of it did not get completed. It is actually on the international border, and the people coming up, they simply walk down the border until they find the opening, and then they cross on over into the U.S. So I'm expecting all of the construction that did not get completed to be finished right away to fill those holes. Um, all openings immediately get sealed. That's what I'm looking for to happen. Um, Advisor of the border czar, advice from the border czar um, should block high traffic and as well as open areas. Once he gets down there and sees what needs to be done, of course, you want to seal everything up. So once he gets in office, expect the completion of the project in certain areas and to seal off. Of course, there'll be other areas that open up, but they'll take care of that as needed be. So you will have someone down there, boots on the ground, and looking at getting that done. Where the money's coming from, it doesn't matter. Um, and I'll tell you why once I go through my progression here. So we're going to move on to Tax Cuts and Jobs Acts 2. Basically, what I think is going to happen is they're going to leave it alone as far as the corporate tax rate and the brackets, but they're going to push when they go to renew that, they're going to add in no taxes on Social Security, no taxes on tips, and no taxes on overtime. So I do get quite a bit of overtime, anywhere from $1,000 to a couple $1,000s a year doing my IT support on call. So that would definitely help me. You're looking at 200 to $600-700 more in my pocket, depending if they take out leave the FICA part out of it in the state of Georgia taxes, which I don't know what's going to happen with that, but greener pastures for me coming down the road, and also climate change. We're basically dropping out of that. You can kiss that goodbye. He is not a supporter of the climate. You know, clean energy and all of that. He doesn't like it. He's probably going to just wherever we're at, whatever commitments, those are going to be gone. Pretty sure he did it last time. All leases, fast track all requests to drill and extract oil. Um, we're going to use our own locally oil supply instead of exporting as much as we do from offshore. So that means that there's going to be a lot of oil, and hopefully that will increase the supply, reducing the price. And he's looking to have the reduction in fuel costs help relieve the pricing. Jet fuel will be cheaper, the cost to deliver goods, uh, and so forth should lower the consumer pricing that we've been struggling with for the last 2 or 3 years, ever since Ukraine invaded. That's when everything went to hell. So let's moving on. NATO pullback, not going to solicit new members along the Russian border. So basically, all these countries that are looking to join, he's not going to push from that. Actually, he's going to try and pull back from it. Um, you know, One thing about the Russians, that land that they have over there through Peter the Great and Catherine the Great, they don't want to lose. At least Putin doesn't, and that means Finland. Finland's probably okay, but you don't want to be enticing them to join. Sweden, I think, is a member of NATO, but he's looking to have those countries like friendly, like Belarus, and he's already got Crimea. The Ukraine, that's what they're fighting about now. His family's from Ukraine. He's got a couple wives from there, and it's interesting whether or not they've traveled over there and visited her relatives. I'm sure they're not there now. They're probably in safe areas, but Putin doesn't want to see a naval base in the Black Sea with our ships there, and that's what this is really about. If, so that's a prediction of mine's there. Basically, I'm wishing him well, and I will keep updated by looking at WhiteHouse.gov. I want to stay away from the TV and all the antics that we had to watch before. One thing about Donald Trump, we know who he is, um, and I hope that he does not have a crisis like he had to deal with in that COVID. The other thing I want to say is that the people have spoken. Your past doesn't matter as far as the White House. He won the popular vote. He smoked everybody in those swing states, and down here in Georgia, he won it down here. So, and I hope all goes well for them. Because after 4 years from now, you get another Republican in the office. Once they take over, they can pardon him from all his charges. I don't know if you've ever been served a lawsuit and had to deal with the legal system, but it is not fun. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So he's got an opportunity where he doesn't have to be bothered with that. And it's just a huge distraction. Um, and then I'm going to ask the Democrats to, take a close look at what they're talking about. If the country wants them back in, it's probably because they want that border sealed and they want something done about it. As an African American male, I noticed that back in the early uh, 2000s, once we went into the new millennium, you used to see a lot of Latinos in Florida, Texas, California, New York. And once they started getting up to Michigan, I was like, what's going on? Now that I'm down in Atlanta, the signage is just changing. Even on the trains, there's stuff up in Spanish because you have a huge, uncontrollable influx. And what that's done is, as African American here and us black folks, that's pushed us down to number three. There's more Latinos in the country now. So that means we're losing our political power. So, I did the first Trump administration, Glory and Chaos, and there was a lot of good things in there that I supported. So pretty much know how he is and, what to expect. But a lot of the BS that was going on with going after him by the Democrats, I mean, you got smoke. So you got to kind of back off now and get some stuff pushed through that's good for everybody, or else it'll happen again and again. So this is my take on it. This is John from Elton's Retirement Journey and Travel, and I'm calling this the Trump Magic. And that's what we got here on my fireside chat. And I hope everyone has a good holiday. Of course, I'll be putting out some more videos about travel related stuff and things like that. We got a lot coming to Atlanta. We got the Super Bowl coming down here. So I'll be talking about that as I'm going to try and get myself a ticket instead of traveling to another city. It would be more fun being in that stadium instead of working there. Okay, so John, and I am out, and thanks for watching.